Have you ever stopped to think why the Moai statues of Easter Island are so strange? These giant stone statues with their empty eyes and enigmatic expressions hold a mystery that still challenges scientists today. How were these massive figures carved and transported across the island? And what secrets do they hold about the ancient civilization that created them? Join me as we explore the latest research on the Moai and uncover new findings that shed light on these fascinating relics of the past. Number 1. Mysterious origins. The Moai statues are some of the most iconic and enigmatic relics of the pre-Columbian world. Carved by the Rapa Nui people between the years 1250 and 1500, these giant figures are a testament to the skill and ingenuity of the ancient islanders. However, the true origins and meaning of the Moai statues has remained a source of speculation and debate among archaeologists and historians for centuries. One of the most intriguing questions surrounding the Moai is how the Rapa Nui people were able to move these massive statues across the island. Some of the statues weigh over 80 tons and stand up to 9 meters tall. Despite their immense size, many of the Moai are found far from the coast, deep in the interior of the island. This raises the question of how the islanders were able to transport such heavy objects without the use of modern technology, like cranes or heavy machinery. It's clear that the Rapa Nui people possessed a remarkable knowledge of engineering and construction techniques. But the methods they used to create and transport the Moai remain shrouded in mystery. No. 2. A supernatural theory. Over the years, various theories have been proposed to explain the transportation of the Moai. Some researchers believe that the statues were transported using ropes, while others suggest that they were moved using wooden sleds. These theories are supported by physical evidence such as wear marks on the statues that may have been caused by ropes or sled runners. However, other researchers are not convinced that these theories can fully account for the transportation of the heaviest and tallest Moai statues. Some researchers argue that the only way to move these massive statues would have been to use supernatural forces. According to ancient stories, the Moai were able to walk across the island on their own, guided by the islanders' spiritual leaders. While this theory may seem far-fetched, it's important to consider the possibility that the Rapa Nui people may have had access to technologies or knowledge that we are not yet aware of. After all, the ancient world was full of mystery, and there is much that we still don't understand about the people who lived thousands of years ago. Number 3. What do they represent? But the mystery of the Moai doesn't end with their transportation. Another fascinating aspect of these statues is what they represent. The statues are believed to represent dead ancestors that provide spiritual protection and guidance for their descendants. Each Moai is said to have been carved to resemble a particular ancestor, and the statues were placed near the village they represented. However, some recent research suggests that the Moai may have had a more practical purpose as well. One theory proposes that the statues marked hidden freshwater sources on the island. This theory is supported by the fact that many of the Moai are found near springs, caves, or other sources of water. The Rapa Nui people relied heavily on these water sources for their survival, and it's possible that the Moai served as a way to identify them. This theory is still in its early stages, but it's an intriguing possibility that could shed new light on the role of the Moai in the Rapa Nui society. Further research is needed to determine the validity of this theory, but it's an exciting development in the study of the Moai and the Rapa Nui people. The discovery that the statues may have had a practical purpose as well as a spiritual one adds another layer of complexity to their already fascinating history. 4. The buried secret. For many years, it was believed that the Moai were nothing but giant heads. This belief was reinforced by the fact that many of the statues had fallen over and become buried in the soil. However, excavations carried out in the 19th century revealed the shocking truth. The Moai have entire bodies that are buried under the ground. This discovery raised more questions than it answered. Why were the bodies buried? Was it intentional or the result of a natural disaster? To make things even more puzzling, some of the Moai were found covered in red tufts, suggesting that they may have been adorned with clothing or other decorations. This adds to the mystery surrounding these statues and makes us wonder about the rituals and beliefs of the Rapa Nui people. It's possible that the burial of the Moai was part of a religious ceremony, or that it was done to protect the statues from damage or erosion. Unfortunately, we may never know the true reason behind this practice, as the knowledge may have been lost to time. But one thing is for sure: the discovery of the buried bodies of the Moai added a new dimension to our understanding of these enigmatic statues and the people who created them. Number 5. Mystery still unsolved. The recent research on the Moai statues has uncovered some fascinating new discoveries about these ancient figures. Researchers have analyzed the chemical composition of the red pigment used to decorate some of the statues and have traced the source of the pigment to a specific area on the island. This suggests that the statues may have been deliberately transported to these locations rather than simply falling over and becoming buried. Additionally, some researchers have studied the facial features of the Moai and have concluded that they may have been designed to represent specific individuals. This challenges the previous belief that the statues were meant to represent ancestors in general, and suggests that each Moai may have had a unique purpose within the community. Despite these new findings, the mystery of the Moai remains unsolved. There is still much that we don't understand about these statues and the civilization that created them. How were they able to carve such detailed faces on the statues without the use of advanced tools? And what was the significance of the red pigment that decorates some of the statues? These are just a few of the many questions that researchers hope to answer in the coming years. The study of the Moai is ongoing, and new discoveries are being made all the time. It's possible that in the future we will learn even more about these fascinating statues and the ancient civilization that created them. But for now, the mystery of the Moai continues to captivate the imaginations of researchers and armchair archaeologists alike. As I conclude my exploration of the Moai statues, I'm left with a sense of wonder and fascination about these enigmatic relics of the past. The recent research has shed new light on these statues, but it's clear that there is still much that we don't understand about them. The idea that the Moai were able to walk across the island on their own seems almost unbelievable, yet the ancient stories persist. Were the Rapa Nui people able to harness some kind of lost technology, or did they possess knowledge of physics that we have yet to discover? Perhaps the answer lies somewhere in between. Maybe the Moai were moved using a combination of techniques and machines that we are not yet aware of. It's possible that the Rapa Nui people had a much deeper understanding of engineering and construction than we previously thought. Or maybe there is something else entirely that we are missing. The truth is that the ancient world was full of mystery, and there is much that we still don't understand about the civilizations that came before us. The Moai statues are a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of the Rapa Nui people, but they also remind us of the limits of our own knowledge. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the ancient world, we must be open to the possibility that there is much more out there that we do not know. Who knows what other secrets the Moai statues are hiding? Maybe one day we will uncover the full truth behind these enigmatic figures and the civilization that created them. But until then, they will continue to stand as a symbol of the endless mysteries that surround our planet. So what do you think? Were the Moai statues created using lost technologies, supernatural forces, or something else entirely? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating videos on ancient discoveries. Thank you for joining me on this journey through time. Until next time, keep exploring the world around you and never stop asking questions. You never know what amazing discoveries you might make.